everyone. Guess what? It's a rainy day outside again, so it's our rainy day TV watching time.
And we are going through the book of Judges in the Old Testament. Remember, Moses and Joshua are gone, and so are all of the people who were saved from slavery in Egypt. And the Israelites were finally living in the land that God gave to them. But there were enemies on every side, and they needed God's help. So God would use different people to help save Israel from their enemies. And they would become Israel's leaders. And these leaders were called judges.
So last week we met one of these judges, remember? His name was Gideon. Now, Gideon was afraid. I mean, according to Gideon, he was the weakest member of his own family, and his family was the weakest member of his tribe. So, yeah, he was not very brave. But God showed Gideon that he was with him. And with God's power, they used an army of 300 people to defeat the Midianites, who had an army of well over 100,000. So you would think that that would show all of Israel that God loves them and they should follow him, right?
Wrong. Well, they did, for about 40 years. But once Gideon grew old and died, Israel started sinning again. This happens a lot in the book of Judges. And just like we said last week, Israel would sin, they would get in trouble, and they would ask God for help. God would send help, and Israel would be saved. But then they'd sin all over again. And now, the Israelites are being ruled by a people called the Philistines.
But just like he did with Gideon, God sent his angel to talk to a man and woman and tell them that they were going to have a son. And this son was going to be special. He would be set apart for God as long as he lived. And the angel gave them some pretty specific instructions for this boy, who would be called Samson.
Yep. And one of these instructions was that Samson's hair could never, ever be cut.
Never?
Never. Because that hair was a symbol that Samson was set apart for God. And while Samson wore that symbol, God would give him tremendous strength, like superhero level strength. And God used Samson to save Israel from the Philistines. But, as we'll see, Samson had his own troubles following God. So let's watch.
Long time ago, way back in the book of Judges, the nation of Israel was doing pretty much whatever they wanted. They had forgotten all about how God loved them and took care of them. Because of this, a group of people called the Philistines ruled over them and were very mean to them. But God had a plan to help his people. One day, God sent his angel to talk to a woman who couldn't have children.
Hello. I know you cannot have children, but you are going to have a baby boy.
What?
He will be set apart to the Lord and will save Israel from the Philistines.
What?
No, really, but there are some rules you have to follow. First, you may not drink any wine or eat anything that comes off of the grapevine.
Okay.
Also, do not eat any food that is unclean.
But what about my bologna pickle ketchup sandwiches?
Ew, no.
What?
Oh, and don't cut his hair. At all. It's a sign that he is set apart for the Lord.
Well, alright then.
Did I mention the whole grape thing?
Yeah, you betcha you did.
Good. And no haircuts.
So the woman told her husband all about what God had told her through his angel.
Oh my goodness. Guess what? A man of God came to tell me that even though we can't have children, that we would have a baby boy. And that he would be set apart for the Lord. Oh dear.
Later, the angel returned and spoke to both the man and woman. He told the man everything he had said to the woman. Then the angel told them to prepare an offering to the Lord. When they placed the offering on the rock, the offering suddenly burst into flames, and the angel disappeared up to heaven through the fire.
Hey, I think that was an angel.
Crazy how that happens.
Samson was born just like the angel said. He grew up big and strong. His hair was a sign that he was set apart for God. As long as he wore that sign, he would have super strength from God.
Yeah!
Even though Samson was set apart for the Lord, he had trouble following God. he found a bee's nest inside the body of a dead lion, and he ate the honey from that lion, even though the honey was unclean and he shouldn't eat it.
Yeah!
And even though the Philistines treated Israel very badly, Samson fell in love with a Philistine woman, and he wanted to marry her. Samson's parents were very sad.
Marry me?
All right.
Yeah!
So Samson threw a party. He told all the guys a riddle, and he bet them that they couldn't figure it out.
Out of the eater came something to eat. Out of the strong came something sweet. Yeah!
No one could figure out that Samson was talking about the honey that came from the dead lion. So they told Samson's bride-to-be that if she didn't get the answer out of Samson, they would hurt her whole family. She then went to Samson.
Come on, why don't you tell me? I mean, like, it's like totally not even that big of a deal. Like, I just don't understand. Like, you think you're so smart. You think you're so smart. Like, you hate me. Like, why would you explain your riddle to me? I just don't get it. Oh my goodness. Like, if you could just tell me.
Samson finally told his bride-to-be the answer to the riddle.
Strong means a lion in my riddle, and sweet means honey. Yeah!
I don't get it.
The bride-to-be told the people what the riddle meant.
We don't get it!
When Samson realized the people got the answer from his bride-to-be, Samson did what he would normally do. He beat everybody up.
Yeah!
They never got married. Later, Samson wanted to marry another Philistine woman named Delilah. Samson's parents didn't like that either. The Philistines paid Delilah lots of money to find out what was the secret to Samson's strength. She asked him again and again and again and again until Samson finally told her.
If you cut all my hair off, the Spirit of the Lord will leave me, and I will be just like everybody else.
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Delilah cut off all of Samson's hair while he was asleep. The Philistines came and attacked Samson and captured him. They brought him back to their temple as a prisoner. They hurt him a lot and even poked his eyes out.
Ouch!
Samson was a prisoner because of all the ways he sinned against God. He ate unclean food, he married a Philistine woman, he did a whole bunch of other things, and his hair had been cut off like God told him not to do. About 3,000 Philistines were in the temple having a party, celebrating that they caught Samson. Samson was leaning against the two big pillars that held the entire building. He prayed to God.
Please, Lord, make me strong one more time so I can defeat those who are attacking your people, the Philistines.
God granted Samson's request and gave him back his strength. Samson pushed the two pillars down, which made the whole building collapse. With that, Samson died after ruling Israel for 20 years. And that is the story of Samson. Fun, wasn't it?
Well, when I look at Samson, I just think of how amazing it is that God would still use him after all he did.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at it, Samson had a lot of problems. He sinned a lot, but so do I.
Mm-hmm.
So do you. So does everybody, and God will still use us for his purpose.
Yeah, and that's what he does. I mean, if he never used, or if he always waited for people to be perfect, he'd never use anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows how kind and good and merciful God is, that no matter what we've done, that we can always be used by him and we can always be in relationship with him.
So if you've ever thought, how can God use me? I sin too much. I've thought that too. I'm sure Miss Anna has thought that. Everyone out there has probably thought that, because we're sinners, but that's why God sent us Jesus, to forgive us and so that we could be with him and that we could serve him while here on earth. So, before we go, gotta remind you, there's the webpage right down there. Find that Devo, download it, print it out, do it together as a family. You'll love it, full of stuff that'll help you with this lesson. And if you want to go back and watch previous JW Kid Online videos, boom, there it is. Right there, follow that. You'll see a whole bunch, and we'll see you
Next week.
You done?